Okay, I'm back. Had a take a look. Okay, so that first move on the 24th. Uh 200 period. 200 period on the 1 minute. It's gonna hit it. Uh it's just a matter of when. So again, off of that 6:55 opening channel, California time. Um Opening range I should say. Came back. So managed a trade, but it was going to hit it right there. Um, Day two of that move, same concept, 200. Um, so if you thought it was going to hit it, you're going short. Obviously, it went against you, um, but had to hit it though. So day two was a bit rough, yes, but but this is the 1 minute. So I love investing.com. You can't mess with it. Change it to the 5 minute. And once day one happens, great. Day two happens, great. Day three, 5 minute 200, it's, it, yeah, it's got to hit it. So it doesn't like to be away. It doesn't like to be away. Day one of the move, you don't worry about that one. Day one. Day two, you can look at it. But now on day three, it didn't hit it yet. So now there's a lot of pressure. Feel free to observe the past. Day one, day two, not quite. Day three, really needed it. Um, just go back as far as you like. That kind of counts. That was already a hit. So day one hit, day two hit. This is day three. That's not day four. This is really day one of no hit. Day two of no hit. Day three really needed to. Same thing. This isn't day one. This is day one from being away from it and hit second day. Um, this is day one. Hit it on day two. Uh, this is day one. This is day two. Now, here is the tough one. This is the tough one. A move like this. Day one, no hit. Day two, no hit. Day three, no hit. Day four. Day five, it really finally needed to. But that is definitely not ordinary. That is beyond. That's Yeah, that's one of the things that throw you off. That's when you have those bad days. But look, it gapped up, and when it gaps up that big, what do? You're looking at the 1 minute anyway, really. You should always be looking at the 1 minute, and that was what, the 17th. Oh, was that January? Yeah, yeah, those bigger days. Uh, Gap up at 1 minute. Yeah, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. 1 minute bounced, and it just wanted to go up. Yep, 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 yep. Those are tough. Those were tough. Um, but that's when, shoot, at that point, you got to be looking at the 15. Something like that is happening. Huh, wouldn't you look at that? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Even look at the 1 hour at that point. Yeah, that was another level. So, uh, yeah, here, obviously on a 1 hour, it can obviously be away from the 200 on the 1 hour. Easy, long time. Um, on the 15-minute though, it's obviously about the 20 period, 50 period, 100 period. Um, see, even on that January 17th deal. Gap up, gap up, gap up. Yeah, those gap up. When it's gapping up like that, that's just gotta look at those first opening range. It is what it is. But so far at the moment, I don't know. It smells. It smells at 200. It smells at 200. And even then, I mean, it didn't. It's just different than that 17th. Just different. It didn't gap up huge. Did not gap up huge. Anyway, I still expect it to be down here or converge. Give it some time. Pretty easy to do that. So, what would that be? Around 9 a.m. Maybe around 9 a.m. Unless it has boom. But if it wants to take its sweet old time. Oh, by the way, it's probably going to pump back up. Might have to bump its way back up. Yeah, it's going to futz around in here. Yeah, so gonna futz around in here. Oh. Yeah. Maybe sooner. Seems to be a bit angry. Go back to that 1 minute. Let's go back to that 1 minute. Crazy movement. RTY. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. All right. Well, it's going to be happy. It's going to go down and get happy quicker, sooner rather than later. And be done with it. How fast? How fast do you want to go? All right. Yeah, let's take care of it now. Works for me. Let's get happy. All right, it's happy. Good old ninja. So there's a good probability it was going to go down to here. You got confluence. You got the low here. Then you had the 200 period on the 5 minute. 200 period on the 5 minute. Now, will it continue? That is the question. But I will say, this was a 38 retracement on the 5 minute. So, yeah, it had to hit that one too. Another confluence. Had to hit the 61 extension. Plus it was a nice round number here at 68. 50, I mean. Yeah, nothing but good stuff. Nothing but good stuff. Let's see, what time is it? Where did my clock go? So, yeah, we are. So that's the new 5 minute that just started. So, let's see. We had 7. $7.25, 7:30. Probably yesterday's low, 58.08. So come back and test 58.08. Oh, as far as the RTY, longer time frame, 67, 65 tick. It's kind of pushing it on that 23, but now it's probably time to get closer to the 38. So it's a good chance of going down there. At 38. Let me get rid of some of this crap. So that's also going to be the 138. So that's what. So the thing is to. Well, no, never mind. Got to reset this. That was intraday this morning. Let's take that off. Take that off. This was a key area, as you can see. I have it marked right here, and that's why it was. See, if you look at this area before it broke through it. So guess what? And that was from the other day, actually. It's from right here. Some crazy movement right here on the on Monday. So I knew it was an area. That's why it went so fast. Bam, bam. Wasn't surprised at that at all. Same thing with last night. Broke through today, which guess what? It's probably got to come back up. But it's got to do here first. So we're talking generally to the 38. But there'll be let's see, 144. 144. I don't know. You can generally see the trend, this Keltner channel down, generally speaking. You got the light green here, which means it wants to go down ultimately, which it broke. And you got the light green here. It's got to go back and retrace. Could go back, like I said, that 2108, which is just past the midline of the Keltner. A little bit larger, 610. So, see that 2108 on the 610. 2108 on the 610 is right around here. And you got the midline here, midline up here. So, it's the MACD BBs probably are not going to hit the midline here, because once it's under this 150, it plans on just kind of going down for a minute. In the bottom half of the Keltner. So let's get that one here. So yeah, small one, big one, just a matter of time. Well, yeah, it's got to go back up. I mean, technically, it didn't come back up and hit the top until way over here. Now it hit the bottom again, which means it once it hits the top, it wants to hit the top again. Once it hit up here again, which probably will, but it's got to hit down here first. So, yeah, that's going to be a nice little pop-up. Shoot. So the mid on the 610 is probably still going to stay under. Oh no, might still stay under that. We'll see. Actually, yeah, it probably will. because here's the 1597, and see here, it's still just, it's not inside yet, and I don't think it will be. Oh, but the other thing is on the 1597, it usually has to hit the 300 here on the, that's why these are light blue. And it did. First day, yes. Second day, didn't hit it. Which means today, it wants to hit it. So yeah, we got to go down a little bit further. A little bit further. And of course, see that separation. Got to come back up. And it'll break that low, though. It'll break that low. There's a few reasons to come back down here. I mean, even right here, you got the darn channel, opening range, I mean, right there. Yeah. And you got this line too. You got that line, which is going to be right at that 138. So it, yeah, it never had any intraday volume here. Open day volume right here. So there's that. It needs to fill up that volume. It needs to fill up. It's just getting close here. Just wasn't ready yet because there's that little separation. So we'll see what happens. Just like here. See here. Yeah, I hated yesterday. But yeah. So it's anyway, I don't think. See the 1597. Yeah, we need to come down here. So which has to come here. Let me alright. It really needs to come there. It really does. And then we can maybe worry about going back up there if we want. Alright, so this puppy, aha, yeah, nice. So when it's light green, that means it's getting pushed by a bigger time frame, which of course it is, because like that separation on 1597 that I showed, and that's the 144, the 610. See that 610 needed to go up through the river there, and let's see. So price is getting close to that mid. And the balls, 1, 2, 3. So what'll happen is this price will be lower, but MACD will be higher or similar. See right there? See, that's what we would call negative divergence. So on this quote-unquote smaller time frame, 610, that's when you know the bigger time frame is in control. Now, you definitely already have it on the 144. It's that same line down. And the MACD BB line would be, see here, look at that, it's already a negative divergence. Good place to get in. You're on the other side of this one, so this one's now heading back up, but it doesn't matter. That's just a smaller time frame. So I knew it was going to hit here. Nice to go back there. the 08. I knew I had to test it out, go past it, screw everyone up. Here's the 440. Same concept. Quote unquote smaller time frame. We are already we'll be at a negative divergence here. Yeah. So, and see the pink here. Pink here is down, down. Had to combat through it. Had to get a little bit of energy here from the. This gives energy, and look at all that. Look how wide it is. Pretty down, which is why. See, oh yeah, green. Bigger time frame says go down, and that's why you had this negative already. That happened even right here, right here. And then this obviously on the smaller time frame was the positive divergence. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just what I observe happens. So I had to punch it back up a little bit. But then again, if you extend this out, not a surprise, you got more positive, or should I say negative. And again, that's on the 440. So let's go back to that 610. See, price moved up first. Balls are following after it, which they might come up here, but they might not. They might just stay right there, which is fine. It's enough negative divergence for me. We got the 1, 2, 3. 440 had more. Oh, yeah. Let's look at the 987. Same concept. So, same lines. You got this separation. Had to bang it back up. Had to bang it back up and get warm. Had to get warm in here. I don't know if that's enough to bang it back up through for yet, because why? The larger time frame. Larger time frames in control. So yeah, it's still, this allows it to go up pretty easily. So again, not surprised. I don't think it's going to go up to the mid though, not yet, but it will want to later today. Once it hits down here, it's going to want to jump back up to this mid. But you see, by then, yeah, this mid is going to be so one would anticipate that mid to be maybe here. So, but we don't need to hit it yet because this is just, yeah, and we're in the red zone. We're in the red zone. That means probably more down. Not when it banks off the red zone, but when it's chilling out in the red zone. Yeah. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. So general is down. So, okay, so now we got the 144. It's coming back up. We got the little one here, just like we had the little one here before it broke. So no biggie. No biggie. All right, looks like it's already, maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough. Yeah, actually, because this is the 100 right here, and that was probably enough. That was probably enough. Plus, it's got to hit that 100. Yeah, it came back and tested at 61. See, it broke through the 61. It wants to touch that 100. But it had to come back up and test 61. You know what? Or did it touch? Yeah, now, okay. Okay, is it going to futz around here a little bit? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, it might futz around here a little bit. Let me show you why. Because see this green, that might be the tap out. I call it like tap out green, where it beat these, right? Got that negative divergence there and there. But because of that, it could go up and break this high a little bit more. So I wouldn't be too surprised at that. Plus the moving way up here. So the 144, wouldn't be surprised at that 100. The 233, it's just not ready yet. And this one, 440. Oh, here we are. See the 440 hit the mid? See that? The 440 hit the mid. So the price hit the mid, but the balls didn't. Which either slams it back down to not hit it until later, or the price comes down, the balls do not. Now they're coming down on the 133. Sure, you get 1, 2, 3, but and on the 233. So coming down, not so much, but a little bit, and then that one's already curling back up. So yeah, so I'd say we could go up to here, which should just be another good area to retest the bottom of the opening range anyway. And by doing that, if it wants to happen, by doing that, if you could look, if it does make it up here, it would be kind of nice, because then that would be negative divergence on the small time frame. That would be negative divergence on the small time frame. If they can come up to here, it's a possibility, but maybe not, because now this is kind of breaking through, and it was kind of supposed to do that anyway. Why? Because of looking at the large time frame. That 610 is still down here. See that 610. So you see that 610 was just kind of came back in to bounce back through. Oh, yeah. Look how close it came. Look how close it came to the mid. Did it come close to the mid here? No, not really. That might have been enough to punch it down now. And it's in here. You know what? Yeah, forget it. I don't think so. I think that was, yeah, forget that. Nope. So, all right. So, I Again, the ultimate longer time frame, still gonna happen. Sooner rather than later. But we have a few reasons to bump back up for sure. Is it enough to get in right now? So also to keep in mind, this is from yesterday into today, which means it's a larger time frame, right? Larger time frame, 61 extension. Pretty simple. Change that to the big old purple one. Actually, just to remind me, let's do bam, 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 bam. Big and thick and strong. Big, thick and strong. Big purple. Came down here, hit it, futzed around with the 61, broke through it, came back up to test it. Again, just another reason to hit 2101. Plus, it's that nice round number anyway. It's probably going to go past it. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I love guessing. And if you want to look at the smaller extension, what do we have here? Bank off to 61, bank back up, gather some strength, MACD, negative divergence, and it might futz around here for a little bit though. It looks to be doing that. So futz around. So if you can picture futzing around before it breaks, totally cool with that. Totally cool with that. Especially because of this. This was a nice little slingshot on the 440 because the price came down, but this said and so since these balls, or since the price hit the mid but the balls didn't, the balls really want to, and so why not do it now? Why not do it now? So again, it could just come up here. The balls can finally go here, but you see that mid. Let's say the 440 mid is right here. Right here along this this line is the 440 mid. And that was the 660 mid. So again, just a little bit of future movement here. That's where it's generally heading. You still got these thick pink lines. That's the trigger lines. Yeah, trigger lines. 80-20. 80-20. Still thick. It's just gathering energy to continue down. Why was it going to continue down? Because of the bigger time frame. 100 extension. But there's always a but. Nah, there's no but today. But sometimes this is a 61 denial. It doesn't go to the 100. It just bams back up and breaks that pivot high. But today, I don't believe it's going to be one of those days. But yeah, look at that. So the balls are going up, but the price still not. It's definitely so large time frame positive, large time frame positive, small time frame. I mean negative. Large time frame negative, small time frame negative. Oh man. Need a new computer. Need a new computer. I don't know why it does that. Okay. So yeah. So again, balls are going up. Price is kind of going up. Still not sure if it's going to break that high or not, though. I kind of hope it doesn't break the high, because this 440 negative divergence would be nice, and to knock it back down. Because why? Because if it goes down here, that means the balls are going to have to be down here again. So guess what? Balls are going to have to be down here again. Won't be a surprise. Will not be a surprise. And guess what? This entire time underneath in the second half is the bottom half of the Keltner. Bottom half of the Keltner. All right, we got the positive. And does that have to go all the way up? No, it does not. Stay in the second half of the Keltner. Stay in the bottom half of the Keltner on the 610. Stay in the bottom half of the Keltner on the 440. 233 didn't really have to stay. Kind of panned out here. It's another reason why I thought it might piddle around here for a little bit. But yeah, look at that. That's a slingshot down on the 233 because that did not come back up too high, which is fine. All right, piddle. 440 is going to have to let go. Here's that 610 still hanging out down here. And guess what? Down here, the Keltner and the 610, guess what? These balls are going to have to come. Ooh. Actually, yeah, here's what it's going to be. You get the nice little, oh, it's going to be nice. Yeah, you're going to get that nice, maybe negative or positive divergence on the 610 because the balls will only come down to here, but the price will be down here. What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? That means it's going to be a positive divergence on the 610. Positive divergence on that 610 means what? Means bam, the other way. And you look at that 987 again. Same concept. You're going to be down here. Because remember, that's where it's going. Going down here. And in the large time frame, well, there's a 50%. Well, yeah, it'll be going down. It's going to be one of those weird ones, though. But it still could piddle around in here. Still could. But to tell you what, this is floating around. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. When the price comes down here, this is probably going to break and go that way and have another one of these. Possibly. The reason I say that is because remember back on my 1597. That's another reason to piddle around. here, because here, remember I told you this had to come down here. This big old area, because of that, it can fiddle around here without these really moving up, kind of, sort of. So, look, it moved up, came back down. Look, it's still just hanging. And again, what did I say? I said big time frame is going to get it down, right? Okay, well, here's the 4181. Look, you don't fight the 4181. That puppy is down and it's on the rail. Ball number 3 coming. Still got a bit to go. So, yeah. So green was still down. Red bar still down. Green, even if that green goes up, it's still just not moving. Why? Because it needs to go down. All right, cool. Cool. A method to my predictable madness. Just patience. Gotta piddle around. On this 1597. Could it go up and come back down? Yeah, I guess it could, but I just don't see it. There's too much pressure on the big ones. I don't know. And 987. It's pinched. It is pinched. Pinchy pinch. Pinched in the red. Pinched in the red. Slam down real quick would be nice. Oh, once it happens. Yeah, see the balls? Price down, balls up, price down, balls still not breaking down. That's why it's got to piddle around here. It just doesn't have enough pressure down yet. Doesn't seem like. We shall see. 4, 3, 2, 1. So it did finish green. So yeah, it could easily go up and come back down before it closes again. Another little wick maybe. Just like that one's a wick. That could be a wick. We'll see. Yep, so all good. Green on that 987, green on the 610. We got about to have a new one here on the 233. Or I meant the 440 right there. And that's pinching now. So we could go up. It's almost like a pinch up. Pinch up. This is 50. Pinch up. On the 440. Oh yeah, the 987. Yes. Yes. Oh, by the way, on this small one where it broke down and closed below the 61, that brings up higher chance probability of getting to the 100. Just so actually I kind of like it. It went down and then come back up to piddle a little bit. So yeah, you got that happening. And guess what? You're generally staying in that downward mode on the 233. Generally downward mode on the 440. General downward on the 610. See here, here. General downward trend till it needs to bank back up. But for now, general downward trend in the lower half of the Keltner on the 610 and generally lower half of the Keltner on the 440. I'll go ahead and put that on the chart. There's from the 610. Just hanging out in the bottom half of the Keltner. Hangs out too long though, that's when it's going to get down and then pop the hell back up. Yeah. All right. And back. Yeah, I'm back. And all right, let's see. All right, we're still piddling. Nice. Which means, let's see, we got that one. Piddle, piddle, not going down because the big one is in control of relieving itself up a little bit before the down. So, like I said, not surprised, not surprised. So I'm just going back and adjusting. So I gotta move that over there. No biggie. Still though, that's pushing. That is wanting to push. But a pop-up is not out of the hand. Not out of hand. 610. And 987. Same thing. Just floating around in here in the middle. Not a biggie. Not a biggie. Look, here's a red. So let's see. Red, green, red. So maybe instead of pitzing around up here, like I thought, it's going to pitch there. Fiddle around there. Fiddle around generally there. And just fiddle down, which would make sense. It's got to go down. So let's see. 144 flattened out, but generally it's still down. So yeah, generally it's still down as it should be, as the long time frame is down. We need a piddle piddle. 233. Yeah, once it came back up here, it was happy. Looks like it was happy. So move off the 987, move off the 610, and let's look at the 440 again. Ooh, this is getting pinched. I think it's still got to pinch down now. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to pinch up. Actually, yeah, maybe it's going to pinch up at this point because it took so long. It can pinch up. It can be in a long time frame positive divergence, like I already pointed out. So it's just a little bit longer. So long time frame divergence. Up and then down. So it kind of hit, but the ball didn't hit. Come back up, kind of hit again, but the ball still won't hit, or maybe the ball will hit. I don't know. You see that 233? It's getting pinched too now. But it's underneath. Guess if you do it that way, you kind of see it better. So 1, 2, 3. The big what if. Let's see. Well, we just change that to the 440. And then that 2 is technically would be on the 210, 233. 233, if it were to pop back up here, would mean the balls would have to be pretty much up here again. So will there be a pop back up here? That is the question. Oh, huh. And looking at this again, the S&P, tell you what, let me close that, let me move that down. S&P, let's change that to the 5 minute. Yeah, it's cruising along the 5 minute. Small cap. Oh, would you look at that? Wait, is that 715, 720? Oh, 5 minute. Oh, a 5 minute gap down? Wow, that's crazy. What does the 1 minute look like? Oh, 1 minute gap down. Oh, we had a little bit of a, oh, thanks investing.com. How nice of you. You wanted to skip a few minutes. All right. From 719 to 722. Skip 3 minutes. Why not? Why not? Okay, so good old Top Step TV, Talking Heads. Hey, what a surprise. I'm gonna go and open up my NinjaTrader 8 online. Just doing it on another screen here. So let's see. Obviously, I've been on the demo account. Yes. All right. Let's see. I am going to. I'm going to do it this way. So forget about that. Let's go to the 233. $233 ticks. Oh, falling down. Oh, but look at that. Look at that gap. It said F to the U. F U. Actually, you know what? Let's draw a horizontal line. That's gonna have to come back up. I love it. Leave a nice little clue that you gotta come back up. Freaking love it. Finally broke down. Finally. Jesus. Taking forever. Yep. So this is beautiful. Just beautiful. So it came back up to that 49.50. That's fine. That is fine. So there's the, oh, it's going to be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, tell you what, that's enough Ninja Trader 8. Put on another screen over here. Okay, forget about that. Nice little breakdown there. Let's move that at the moment. So yeah, just FYI, 1597. Like I said, so let's come down here. That's why it's got to break. So it broke the low. No surprise. And still to come down here to this 300. Yep. Had a little gap down there that needed to fill. See that? Hit the 100. So let's see, futzed around for a little bit and decided to find my break. So, see, lighter green, that means the bigger time frames are in control, like I was trying to say. But on that little break, you're still right there, still in the pinchy on the 610. Same thing in the 987, just taking its sweet old time, which is fine. I'm not surprised. So now it's gonna want to kind of go up again. Tell everyone, hey, I'm going down. I broke the low. Let me just go back up again just to piss you off. God. 610. Yeah, broke the low. So you see, now you have that first negative divergence, but 610 break definitely has a few points in it. So that's still going to be a nice positive divergence for what? For what? For what, you might ask? For because remember I said about this, good chance I'll be happy with the big 100. It'll go down here, I'll be happy with the 38. It'll go down here and be happy with the small 100. And if it comes even further, shoot, 138 could pop it back up to the pivot. But I don't think it will come down here. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But it's all about probability. So there's that 100 though. Alright, so the big 100 is hit. Yay. Big double day pivot 100 is hit. And it broke below yesterday's opening range, which means clear skies, or should I say clear basement, or whatever, clear stairway down to the 38 and the intraday 100. And since this is a 3-day fib retracement. I mean, it's still a probability because it'll be happy here for that reason. It'll be a little bit past the big 2-day 100. It'll be a little bit past there. It'll be happy kind of here, and it's going to probably go to this. Oh, and it's right at that 2100. Yeah, in the 90s. It's going to want. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it can be here, go down, and pop back up, because, you know, down, pop back up, down, pop back up, down, pop back up, because it's going to futz around with this 100 for a bit. It's going to want to, I think, and to pop back up to the 61, the small 61, just like it did. You know, I'm going to do the 100. No, I'm going to check the 61. I'm going to do the 100. I'm going to break through the 100. But see, it depends on which, again, time frame you're looking at. But yeah, it's going to bounce up. It'll be ripe and ready. And it is in the second half, or the bottom half of this 987. But you see, futz around the middle, bottom, had to come back up for that next leg down. And it can futz around here. But then let's not forget the good old 1597 that I told you about. Yep. See, this has closed down here. And guess what? 91 left. So this might get happy a little bit, but guess what? It's getting away. Getting away. Look at that. Getting that gap. So might take a minute. We'll see. Might get two closings down here, which would make sense. This 4181 still here. Getting stretched though. It's you know, had a little pop up but it's still not in the red zone. It's not in the red zone down, which is the bottom, the deeper bottom half. Oh yeah, another confluence right there, the 165. The 165 on the 4181. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Which is what, 2098. Absolutely beautiful. So, bumping bank, maybe 2198, maybe what, 97, 96, maybe 95. Oh, is it almost time to pivot that puppy back up or what? Oh, wait, did you see that? Look at that. Definitely happy here. So you got that, and you got the 100. So yeah, it might be time to get in for the pivot. Might be finally happy. Might be finally happy enough. We got what, 97.2. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, 1597's happy. 4181 is happy. Hitting the 165. Ooh, okay. See, I misjudged this a little bit. But what? You got the red. You got the red. And look at the difference in price versus the difference in MACD. That's still a divergence in my opinion. That puppy's still going to have to bang the hell back up on the 610 because there's that 987. So again, side by side. Yeah, side by side. Just a matter of how long it's going to take. See, this is getting past its Keltner now. get past the Keltner, so you can only do that for so long. But there's that bright green. Why is that bright green? It's getting pushed by the bigger time frame. The 610, the 97, however high you want to go. 4181. But tell you what, if you at this point, the 1 minute's jumping away from its 9-period moving average. If you want to look at the good old 1 minute, that's why it's got to come back up here. Well, there's different reasons for coming up, but 822, 830, yeah, hadn't touched its 1 minute 9-period moving average since about 822. Let me look at the 5 minute. Yeah, it's away from the 5 minute too. So many things to look at. All right, so is that the last little oomph? So it did not hit. So let's see. So up here, it didn't hit the mid, which is fine. That's what helped bang it back down anyway. Not really surprised. But yeah, that green definitely pushing a little heavier. Still got the positive though. Still got the positive. I muzzle. This puppy's about. This is getting cooked. Bit down here, a bit too long. So you're gonna have to get it back up and hit that mid, and actually more than that. You're gonna high probability of hitting the mid again, but there's also that probability of even going back up to the other side. Wait, what am I talking about here? I'm talking about the 610. So it is beyond the Keltner. So you see that 610, you got the negative divergence. Now the 987 here, down, 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 down. I understand that. I definitely get it. That's down, 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 down. But then you also have the fact that it's 1, 2. This is number 3. So if you do 1, 2, 3, definitely time for a bam back up. Bam back up where? Probably to the mid right up here. So now that that's happy, let's go back up to here. Yeah, we give it some time. 987 time frame. I mean, we can give it some time to move down a little bit. But yeah, that'll be totally cool. Totally cool. Unless it wants to come down here, but I don't know. It's going to futz around at that 38, but that 38 can easily bang it back up to the 23 here because it's on the larger time frame. All right, so let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that ugly thing. Take it up way too much. Yeah, there we are, a little cleaner. All right, so it wasn't ready to pop up yet, but it will be. And that's on the 987, so that's going to be a nice pop up. 1597. Let's take a look at that one again. Whoops. 1597, all of that gap, which means what? What does that mean? That means it's going to have to show its pivot sometime. Going to have to show its pivot sometime. So it was kind of happy, hit touching the mid here. 1597 usually has to touch its mid sometime during the day and then not touch it again. Doesn't necessarily have to, but given all the pressures on the smaller time frames, I would say it's a possibility. And the triple in the 987 on the kind of larger time frames. Yeah, so then you got the you got them futzing around here, saying, haha, I'm gonna go back up. but take a little bit breather back down for a minute. But look at this. MACDs are not going down. 233. Same concept. Oh, I should also point out on this lovely 1 minute that I have. See all the volume? Not really surprised. Not really surprised at that volume. Makes all the sense in the world. Because that's, is it me or is it the algorithms? I don't know. But that's also a tall tale sign that this is the end, my beautiful friend, the end. Let's extend these out. Let's extend these out, which is meaningful. Actually, it's a little lower now, right? It's a little lower now. But yeah. Just another reason. That's the end. Bam, the end. Still leave that up though. Alright, so yeah, I had to restart over here because my system, new computer. And of course it didn't take my order. Try to get in at 2099.2. 1597 is definitely happy though. Could piddle around though for a minute because this is a lot of separation. So let's just get that off now. 41 at the moment. It's about to close. Oh, it's still on the rail. But we also have this nice kind of wick happening. If it wants to close down here, I guess that'd be cool too. But a wick is kind of nice too. If you can do a wick and then do like a half point. It's gonna have to go all the way back up, but for the moment, why don't we look at it from, okay, so we got the 38 standpoint back up to the 23. So you got the 38 to the 23, which is a common thing. Let's just do green, yellow. Green, yellow, number 5. So, just a matter of time, maybe. Let's get rid of the small one and look at the big one. So we also have the fact of the 100 purple. we'll just say it's dark violet, to the 61 dark violet, which is right up there. Interesting. And that's the 4181. $987 mid, also right up there in that same 23 area. 440, 2105 at 440, 2108 on the 987. And let's take a look at the 610. 610, bam. It's in the river. Might have to be here for a minute. So, not surprised. So instead of getting in at 99.2, it is a possibility. We got the green. Big green. This is blue though. This is blue, which means it's in its own, it's happy. It's in its happy zone. It's not getting pushed around by anyone. But it does have a large gap here. And there's that down. All right. 440. It's still kind of green, but still kind of getting pushed around. Let's see, what do we got? We got the 38. What I say, 99.2. It didn't take my order, but wow. Just going to give me another chance here. I'll take it. Price is down. Balls not so much. It is kind of beautiful though, isn't it? Isn't it? Kind of beautiful. So let's see. So now, what do we all got going on here? We got all these beautiful signals. Back up to that big old. I just was moving over that big time frame, 4181. Just as a little reminder. That's where we're going. Just a matter of when. I think there's enough pressure built up. Yeah, there's enough pressure built up. I hope. Yeah. I mean, yeah. 987. Yeah, that triple on a 987. That's 610 pressure. That triple on a 987. That 1597. That 4181 still in the rail though. But I think it's happy enough. Like I said, that volume was also a tall tale sign. That volume at 8:30. Oh, and it was 8:30. So yeah, just gotta go back up. All right, so let's see. What are we looking at? So it hit 61. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Of course, once it hit to 76, that's cool too. But let's see, 97 to 03. 97.03. Okay, so yeah, that's that little 6-point move. But usually 97 up to 07 is a 10-pointer, which is very common after that big of a drop down. Oh! I know what I want to do. The good old fib retracement. Huh? Why not? Bam. So, just shy of the 23, just to futz with people to push it back down. Not surprised. But also because of that, it could break the low a little bit and then bam, back up. But for now, let's just kind of assume that there's enough pressure up. It's got to be relieved. We shall see. But yeah, you got to have your stop underneath this low, and they know that. God, this is fun. Let's see. That 4181 is still on the rail, though. That's the only thing I don't like, but it doesn't matter. It could easily go back up by 10 points, and the 4181 can just stay on the rail. I don't give a flying. You know what? All right, so the 1 minute. Let's just get that off of here. So yeah, MACD came down. Price was down, what, 61? MACD was only down barely, whatever. And it's got to slowly turn this puppy around. So these, the trigger lines, those are going to have to cross over to the blue. But first it's got to pinch. Hopefully first it's got to pinch. 233 triggers. 233 triggers are still pink, but they need to yeah, that pink needs to flatten out a little bit. It's going to take some time. 440 would be really nice to break back above that line. We'll see. All right, so that's not happening yet. So 71, 76. Oh, we'll see. I'm kind of glad it didn't hit that 233 though. That means it's not happy. It's not satisfied. But yeah, we did have a 6-point retracement. So it's really not too bad. Give it some breathing room here. What's the 67, 65 looking like? Still cruising on down. What'd I say in that area? Beyond beyond here. So here to the 38. All right, so now you got that little futz. There's a little bit of volume there, but it's okay. I don't know. Broke the low, but I don't see that as a clue. I see that as a hopefully a bear trap. Just a bottom, double bottom, little trappy there. You got the negative divergence. It's always good to start with negative on the small time frames. So you got that first negative. You got that first negative. Got that little first negative. What's that? 96.9. $96.8. Of course, if it wants to go down that 138, that's going to be insane. That's going to be insane. But we have so much pressure. They can just stay above that, though. I don't think it will go down too much. 95. 90. Maybe it does. Maybe it does want to do the 138 or the 50, which also happens to be that pivot area support or support level. Huh. Okay. So it's only the 6. So it will be a nice 10-pointer though. Just not yet. Okay, so 1597 was happy and beyond happy. Only other thing is this 4181 going back to its bottom kind of Keltner area. So that's cool. That is totally cool. And you still got this high. Kind of had the weekend high right there too, 92.4. I knew it was on the table, but that's cool. Let's say 92.4 is on the table. 4181 was still down. It's going to hit the red, but it's probably going to bank out. It is going to bank out. It's just a matter of when, right? All about timing. All right, let's see what else we got going on. 1597, going beyond happy. Got to bank off the red zone too. No biggie. Get a little bit outside its Keltner. Got some strength. Whatever. This is another line. Well, I had that in there somewhere, so I'll just leave it there. And let's see. We got this 440. Just cruising in that bottom half. So this is still a divergence because price is down a bit. But but the balls weren't down so much. And again, that 610, 987 combo here. Outside, it's Keltner. But it can stay there for a while. That's cool. It's still on the line here. So that will be moving up. Just a matter of when. It's in its red zone. So yeah, red zone on a 987 for sure. So is what it is. Pushing out on the 610. Pushed out, came back, pushed out, came back, pushed out. And next one up was 1597, which is now pushing out. Next one up was 1597, which is, see, it was pushing out. But we still got divergence, so it's got some strength here, but means it's going to pop back up. Yep. And it's going to go up by 10. It's going to go up by 10 from the low for sure. Let's see, 94 to 04, 92 to 02. Maybe it'll be 92 to 02. Actually, ooh, that would be nice. This will be nice. A little past 38 is fine. I don't think there's a guarantee it has to go to this 50 yet, because it's like the larger. Holy moly. Wow, what was that? 856.10, 856.12. Yeah, that was a huge volume. Did you notice that? I noticed that. Look at all that volume. That's what just happened in that 1 minute. So, what does that tell me? At 9 a.m., that means it's done at the 38, I bet. I bet you anything. Yep. Yeah, that was it. That was the vomit. That was the kerplunk. That was done. That is absolutely done. That is just everyone's done. Just beautiful. All right, so we got that. So 92 to 02. Let's go to 92 to 02. Okay, so I was wrong there. What a surprise. 92 to 02. I'm going to get this. Okay. Probability of 02 right here is totally cool. Oh. And the other thing here. By the way, it might have been all that volume before the 50. Only to still come down and get the 50. Well, we'll see. And only to still come back down and get the 61 too. Totally possible. Totally possible. I'm still kind of glad it didn't hit that 23 though. Back up there. Back right up here. It didn't hit the 23. Do we have any gaps? Yeah. No gaps there. All right. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Get a quick 3. So 1, 2, quick 3 kind of. So we really need the actual reality 3, which is going to be here. But shoot, now we're hitting purple. Purple. And we're a bit outside the calendar, so yeah, that makes sense because it's beyond normal, quote unquote normal. All right, so looking for that pivot on the 987 for the big move up. Take a breather. Oh, plus all that oh, let's see. So we got to turn this around still. Oh crap. I'm at the end this. But yeah, we'll see what it's gonna do. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up to 02 here. And by the way, I also had this small little 89 too. And so, small little 89, it's got to do its little turnaround too before it hits up to the O2 range. So the 89 has that little gap to fill right there, though. I might come back, or I might leave it open. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, O2, and that'll be actually could still be the 38. Got a lot of pressure though. Got a lot of pressure that needs to relieve. Some upward pressure. At least back to the mid of the 987, which could easily be yeah, the mid of the 987. By the time give it some time, and that mid on the 987 will be to here. All right, I gotta go.